morning, Chicago Cubs fans, and we are back with another edition of Cubs Daily. My name is Steven Ryan, presented by Fan Arch, and welcome into today's edition. The Cubs drop another series to the Blue Jays. Just unfortunate to see this is the 5 of the last 7 series the Cubs have lost to their opponents, continuing on the struggles since the All-Star break. PCA got the day off yesterday. Cubs were trying anything and everything. We'll talk about Matthew Boyd's performance. Obviously, Owen Casey made his debut as well, and we'll preview the Pirates series that is set to begin today at 1:20 at Wrigley. But before we get into all that, I just want to give you guys a big time shout out and a big thank you for all of the likes, all of the comments. Continue to share your thoughts. I truly do appreciate it. And of course, at the end of the week, you guys could be featured in a video. So let's get into it, right? Cubs dropped the game yesterday 2-1, and I think the most frustrating part about a lot of these losses, ladies and gentlemen, is just the fact that it's not that we're losing, it's how we're losing, right? We are in these games to the end, and then one little mistake loses us the game, pretty much, plain and simple, right? I mean, obviously, this team had multiple chances yesterday to get not just one run, and I think that part bothers us fans as well, right? I believe it was the 8th inning where we had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out, and we couldn't get one across. We couldn't get one run across. We couldn't put the ball in the air. We couldn't ground it out to second base. We couldn't do anything, and that is where this team has been lacking these past few months, right? Home runs come and go, hitting comes and goes, but when there's a runner on third base and less than 2 outs, that needs to be a run. That needs to be a run because in the postseason, runs come at a premium, and you're not going to be able to win games 1-0. Plain and simple. You just can't do it. You couldn't even do it yesterday because the superstar Vlad Guerrero Jr. gave the Blue Jays the lead. So I don't know what else to say, man. I mean, Michael Busch, I think it seems like he is turning a corner as well. He got multiple home runs this series. He had that big game in St. Louis on Saturday. So maybe he's turning a corner this week is what you like to see. It's same old with Kyle Tucker, and it's just I'm not sure what else to say with him. I mean, injuries aren't an excuse, but something's not right. Because I'm going to be all 100 with y'all. This is not Kyle Tucker. This is not who he is. So, again, not sure what to expect here with him for the rest of the year. He needs a day off of some kind. But, again, we'll see here in this series with Pittsburgh what that all looks like. But again, it's really frustrating because it's another wasted Matt Boyd start, right? The one guy that we can kind of depend. There's 3 guys in this Cubs rotation that when they go on the bump, I know the Cubs have a chance to win. And if you're going to win 3 out of 5 ball games every single 5 games, that is, I apologize for that, but if you win 3 out of 5 games every 5 games, you're going to have a .600 winning percentage. That's going to be a lot of wins at the end of the year. So it's frustrating when you're just tossing these away because you can't hit a lick. You can't manufacture runs. Again, and I feel like this is the number one case stat for my entire life as a Cubs fan, right? It feels like we're a top 5 team at getting runners in scoring position, but the worst team at hitting them in any capacity. I don't even care about batting average. I mean, just sacrifice fly, just finding any way to get those runs in just seems to just escape this team, regardless of the physical team itself, whichever team it is year by year, or just in general. That's how it feels as a Cub fan, and that is what is most frustrating. Because Matt Boyd went out there, he pitched 7 innings. Again, he had the one pitch that was to Vlad Guerrero Jr. who hit it out. And you know what? He's gonna eat the loss. But again, if you go in there and you give up 2 runs to that offense, to that Blue Jays team, you deserve to win more than not. And it feels like we've just wasted these Matt Boyd games. And, we've wasted Shota Imanaga starts and Cade Horton starts as well. It's just, obviously we won the Cade Horton start. But, again, it just feels like a waste. And I hate wasting these opportunities with these quality starts that we're getting. And even then, we got Colin Ray going today. If he pitches well, but if he gets up 2 runs and we can't, score, we're going to lose again. Like, just plain and simple. That's how it goes. So, the Cubs, I mean, the front office just has to be like, hey, we need to figure out this hitting situation because this is 3 straight seasons of going downhill at this time every time, right? We have a good, strong first half, and then whatever reason, 4 or 5 of our top guys get cold at the same time. Doesn't make sense how that happens. They need to figure out answers here, obviously in the offseason, because there's no moves they can make now. Now, we did call up Owen Casey, which was exciting for Cubs fans to see. I know we've long waited his anticipation arrival to the Cubs. He will be hopefully making his debut either today or this weekend against Pittsburgh. My thoughts on his opening day, I think, again, he's a rookie. I don't know what else to expect from the young man. He came in, the first pitch he saw, he roped it to the gap, and it was a sensational diving play by the left fielder Schneider. And, I mean, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Welcome to the show, kid. Like, you're going to hit the ball hard, but they're going to make plays because that's just how good these athletes are at this level, man. It's just an unfortunate thing, and it kind of, like, just kind of is a microcosm of what's happened to the Cubs, right? Yesterday, the Cubs were hitting the ball really, really hard. It was just at people or within the range of people, right? We only had 1 ball that left the yard, but we were hitting the ball well all over. We were making solid contact. It didn't work out. And again, I'm not trying to say that as an excuse, but that's all you can really do, right? That's why, you know, instead of batting averages, we look at exit velocity. Like, as, you know, baseball fans and upper echelon general managers and scouts and all, they want, if you hit the ball hard, more times than not, it's going to find grass or the stands. Generally speaking. But that's just not how it worked out yesterday. So, there again, I like to try my best to take all the positive signs I can because baseball is just a really negative game, right? You're a really, really good Major League Baseball hitter if you fail 73% of the time. Like, if you hit 270 in today's game, you're a really, really good hitter. Plain and simple. And obviously, if you hit 300, you know how many people hit 300 in baseball? 5. There's 5 players that have hit 300 in baseball last year. So, again, really, really tough game. So I try my best to be as positive as possible. But obviously, scoring 1 run every single game is beyond frustrating, especially for a team that is 16 games above 500. We know this offense can play better. I'm not asking it to play at the level of April, but it's just been abysmal. So hopefully Owen can get his first hit this weekend. He's starting to see more Major League pitching. This is about him getting the development, the reps that are needed. PCA got the day off yesterday, so hopefully that just helps align the kid's head. We need PCA to be playing well as well if we want any shot to have any success in this postseason. So, like I said, we got the Pirates coming up today. We got Colin Ray on the bump. It looks like it's going to be a bullpen game for the Pirates. They're starting Braxton Ashcraft. He's a reliever for them. What is his ERA? It's a 3.19 ERA. Again, we're not going to see too much of him. I'm curious to see what the strategy is for the Pirates. The Pirates, they're just here to play spoiler. They're not here to, you know, win anything specifically, but they're here to ruin our lives. And honestly, the way we've been playing, taking 2 of 3 just wouldn't surprise me at all in this situation. And that's the part that truly sucks. But we have to get right against the Pirates. Okay? The Blue Jays, I don't like calling that an excuse because if we could have took 2 out of 3 for the Blue Jays, that's a real confidence booster. But now it's business. Now the Pirates come to town. They are doo-doo. You need to take care of business against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ideally, you sweep them. You need to, I don't want to say need because sweeping is really tough. You definitely need to win this series. There's no doubt about that. But if you could sweep these Pirates and just kind of start flexing your dominance again, that would be very helpful, especially given that Monday is the start of the 5-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers. And we all know, I don't think that series is as important as it was a few weeks ago. But a really good series by the Cubs could put them back in range for the division. But we're not even close to I'm just saying, we're not even really close to playing at that level specifically. I wouldn't be surprised if the Brewers came in here and took 4 out of 5. Just the way we've been playing. It's just been awful to watch. On the good side, though, if you want to think positives on the superlative, ladies and gentlemen, the Brewers play the Reds this weekend. So, regardless of what the Cubs do, something good is happening, okay? Either the Cubs can gain a game on the Brewers, or they can gain a game away from the Reds, who are chasing that final wild card spot. So this weekend is going to play imperative. Again, I appreciate every single one of you who hopped on in, liking the video, commenting. Again, appreciate everyone who shares their thoughts. Continue to share those thoughts. I will be back with another one tomorrow. Peace.